Welcome to the Lesson 7 of the Positive Psychotherapy Introductory course. The inclusion of a transcultural viewpoint in the everyday work of psychotherapy was not merely a central concern of Nossrat Peseschkian from the very beginning. Rather, transcultural questions had a socio-political dimension for him.
The transcultural approach runs like a red thread through the whole of positive psychotherapy. We consider it especially because the transcultural point of view also offers material useful for the understanding of individual conflicts. Furthermore, this point of view possesses extraordinary social significance. Problems of guest workers, immigrants, of help with development, problems which arise in dealing with people from other cultural systems, problems of transcultural marriages, prejudices and overcoming them, alternative models YCH originate from another cultural framework. In this connection, we can also address political problems which originate in a transcultural situation.
The term transcultural in PPT means: first, the consideration of the uniqueness of the patient when the therapist and the patient come from different cultural backgrounds, intercultural psychotherapy, or migrant psychotherapy. Second, the consideration of cultural factors in every therapeutic relationship in the sense of broadening one's own repertoire, as a therapeutic attitude, and consequently a socio-political dimension of our thinking and behavior. This consideration of the uniqueness of each person, of the relativity of human behavior and of unity in diversity is an essential reason why PPT cannot be characterized as a Western method in the sense of psychological colonization. Rather, this approach is a culture-sensitive method that can be modified to adapt to a particular culture and life situation. Referring to this assertion of the social dimension of PPT, Nossrat Peseschkian writes,
When we carry over these considerations into the whole realm of social relationships, including the interrelationships among groups, peoples, nations, and cultural groups, a bold social theory may be developed in accordance with positive psychotherapy, a theory which places great emphasis upon both difficulties in interaction and the human capacities as well as upon economic conditions.
In this sense, transcultural psychotherapy must be understood as an all-embracing concept and not merely as a comparison between different cultures. This form of psychotherapy is essentially a matter of the cultural dimensions of human behavior, asking, how are people different? What do all people have in common? Furthermore, examples from other cultures are given to the patient to help him or her relativize his or her own perspective and to broaden his or her own repertoire of behavior. In PPT, the use of stories and tales, social norms which are actual capacities, and the balance model were found to open a transcultural approach toward a transcultural perspective. In 1979, Nossrat Peseschkian used the term transcultural psychotherapy, to which he dedicated a chapter in his work The Merchant and the Parrot, Oriental Stories in Positive Psychotherapy. He explains further that the principle of transcultural problems thereby becomes the principle of relationships between people and of dealing with inner spiritual conflicts, finally becoming the object of psychotherapy. This was the 7th lesson about the transcultural approach. If you were interested, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next videos.